It's that time of year again. These are my top 5 Spirit Halloween 2024 Flashback Friday predictions. For everything scary, I'm GMHaunts, and welcome to a very special video because this is the 4th annual GMHaunts Spirit Halloween Top 5 Flashback Friday predictions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially in January 2024, and if I know anything, it's that January is the prime month for Spirit Halloween predictions within the Haunter community, and the time has finally come for me to give you my top 5 flashback predictions for the upcoming Spirit Halloween season this year for 2024. Now, of course, these are just predictions, but they are predictions as to what we might see and as to what I want to see for this upcoming Spirit Halloween season, and I am very happy to say that this right here is the 4th annual version of this video. For the last 3 consecutive years, I have done this video each and every year, normally around January or February, dating all the way back from 2021. This is the 4th annual version of this series, I guess you can call it, because it has definitely become a staple of the GMHaunts YouTube channel. Alright, so kicking it off with my number 5 pick for my Spirit 2024 Flashback Friday predictions. I already know this is a pick that is going to get people talking, and I know it's a little bit of an interesting pick, but I promise I do have an explanation for it. It is none other than the Spirit Halloween 2019 Crouchy animatronic. Now, yes, I know, before you comment in my comments and complain about it, yes, I know, it's probably a little bit too early to get a flashback of Crouchy for 2024, but I do have an explanation for this. Obviously, Crouchy, like I just said, was originally a Spirit Halloween 2019 animatronic featured in the SS Riptide IAC, the front IAC, for 2019. He then returned for the 2020 IAC, which of course was Reaper's Island Village. He then returned for his final time during the 2021 season. However, he was taken out of stores and made an online-only animatronic. So with that being said, the very last time that Crouchy was sold by Spirit Halloween was 2021, which I know it probably is a little bit too early to see Crouchy get a flashback. However, I would love to see Crouchy come back because he is one of my favorite clown animatronics that we have ever gotten from Spirit, and maybe the main reason why I would love to see Crouchy come back is the sole fact that I never picked Crouchy up. Although I did have a lot of opportunities to buy Crouchy, pretty much because he was in stores 2020, he was in stores 2019, and then he was online only in 2021, I just never bought him, and that is one of my biggest regrets that I have from being a haunter for as many years as I've done it, and one of the biggest regretful animatronics that I didn't buy while they were out. So yes, a little bit of a kind of selfish reason, I guess, just because I wasn't able to buy him, and I would love to see him come back just so I could get my hands on Crouchy. But other than that, like I just said, Crouchy is an amazing clown animatronic, and one of, in my opinion, the most unique clowns that Spirit has ever given us. Obviously, he was manufactured by Party Time Latex Factory, who I feel did an amazing job on the look of Crouchy. My number 5 pick for my top 5 Flashback Fridays for 2024 is Crouchy, even though it may be just a little bit too early to see that actually happen. Alright, so now getting into my picks that make a little bit more sense for a 2024 Flashback Friday. This is an older animatronic, and he is none other than the Spirit Halloween 2014 Coat Rack Monster animatronic. Now, what year would possibly be better for a Coat Rack Monster flashback than 2024? Because like I just said, Coat Rack Monster was sold in the 2014 Halloween season, meaning that 2024 is his 10-year anniversary. Obviously, Coat Rack Monster was an animatronic manufactured by Techie Design, who Techie Design has been on an absolute thrive these past couple of years with Spirit, so I feel like they could take Coat Rack Monster in 2024 and make him 10 times better than he was in 2014. Now, I know Coat Rack Monster is not necessarily a super popular animatronic or one that people recall and talk about very often. However, the people who do talk about him are a very big fan of this guy. In my opinion, Coat Rack Monster is one of the best jump scare animatronics that we have ever gotten from Spirit, and that is solely because of the fact that he was an animatronic you did not suspect to be a jump scare. I feel like one of the main things that kind of brings jump scare props down in modern day animatronics, not only with Spirit but really with any Halloween company, is that a lot of times you can sense or kind of see that they're going to jump at you or they're going to lurch at you or anything like that. Karl Monster from 2014 was an amazing example of a retail animatronic designed in a way to not make you think that he was going to jump out and scare you. This guy was so amazingly designed by Techie and by Spirit that his looks really made him just look like a coat rack. If you walked up to this guy and just saw him, a lot of people are probably not even going to think that he is an animatronic. Then once you set him off and those arms pop forward and the head pops up, he's going to be an amazing scare, and he's definitely going to get you and make you jump. This guy was obviously featured in the 2014 Attic ISE, which was the side/middle ISE for the 2014 season, and I would love to see him make a flashback and be featured more prominently in the front or back ISE, as Spirit hasn't been doing a full middle ISE for a pretty decent long time now. And another thing that I would love to see done with Karl Monster, if he did make a flashback, is if they actually added mouth movement to this animatronic. I did love Karl Monster. I thought he was very, very good and a fantastic looking prop with a very cool animation. However, I always thought that a mouth movement was something that could add a little bit even more to him, and he even seemed like a head that would function very well with mouth movement. So if Spirit and Techie decided to give a flashback to Karl Monster for 2024, I feel like it would be just a home run, a knockout of the park, if Techie did add a mouth movement function to Karl Monster, and he would even elevate him a little bit more than he already was in 2014. Alright, and jumping over to my number 3 pick for Flashback Fridays, this is yet another 10-year anniversary prop as of the 2024 Halloween season. It is the Spirit Halloween 2014 Untimely Death animatronic. Now, what can I possibly say about Untimely Death? One of my absolute favorite animatronics of all time. I've always thought that this was such a unique and cool animatronic, and I would love to see her come back for the 2024 season. The main reason for that is simply because of the fact that Spirit and other Halloween companies really don't make many statue animatronics. Statues are such a cool thing for Halloween because they work very well in cemetery displays or cemetery theming, but it's not really something we see a lot of Halloween brands try their hand in very often. Untimely Death, in my opinion, was probably the best statue animatronic we ever saw from any Halloween company, and that's really because of how well done Untimely Death was made. Obviously, Untimely Death was manufactured by SVI Seasonal Visions, one of the most prominent animatronic manufacturers, even up to today, going into the 2024 Halloween season, and they did an amazing job of really making this animatronic look like a statue. The face of this animatronic, the whole body, and even the way she stands is so accurate as to what a stone figure would really look like. And just like I said with Karl Monster, I feel like Untimely Death was very, very good because when you walked up to her, you honestly could have believed that she was a statue or a static prop because of the texture she has and because of the way she was standing. So when that animation started happening and when her head looked up to actually look at you, I feel like it was a very, very cool scare. I don't want to say scare because it's not meant to be a jump scare, but a very cool animation that is definitely not something you would be expecting. I also think the audio on Untimely Death fit the animatronic perfectly, kind of like this omniscient guide almost from the future, and as she's talking to you, it just fits her super, super well. And on top of all that, the way that her urn lights up with that evil face to look you straight in the eyes is such a cool feature, and not one, again, that you would expect when you walk up to Untimely Death. That projection effect was way ahead of its time, and that's something we are only starting to see even more of now, last year for 2023, and hopefully more for 2024. So that projection effect, again, all I can say, it was very ahead of its time. So nonetheless, I would love to see Untimely Death make a flashback for the 2024 season. Like I said, she came out in 2014 and was featured in the Ruins ISE. So 2024 will be her 10-year anniversary, just like the Karl Monster. So again, there is no possible better time for her to make a flashback than the 2024 Halloween season. Alright, so we are getting down to the wire. My number 2 pick for Flashback Fridays for 2024 is yet another one of my all-time favorite animatronics, and of course I am talking about the Spirit Halloween 2013 Miss Fortune Teller or Madame Morbida. Miss Fortune Teller, in my personal opinion, is a home run animatronic. When you were talking about circus or carnival props, Miss Fortune Teller is just amazing and one of the most unique carnival animatronics that we have ever gotten. And the reason for that is because she is not a clown. With the amount of clown animatronics that we are getting in the modern Halloween retail industry, Madame Morbida or Miss Fortune Teller was a great fresh of breath air back in 2013. She fit into the Clown Train ISC, of course the ISC of 2013, perfectly while not being a clown, as she was a fortune teller, but a demented evil take on a fortune teller, with her being the Miss Fortune Teller. Obviously, she was manufactured by YJ Toys and Crafts, which is regarded as one of the highest quality Halloween prop manufacturers that Spirit Halloween works with, even up to modern day, now in 2024. And for that reason, she would make an amazing flashback because her quality could probably be raised even more than it was back in 2013. The look of this animatronic was just absolutely amazing, with her super realistic looking face and the entire structure and design of the fortune box that she's standing in. It looks so realistic, and the artwork that Spirit and YJ created is super cool looking and looks like an old school carnival. It's just a massively designed animatronic, and once again, it very much looks like a real fortune telling box. Another thing I love about Miss Fortune Teller is the audio that she has. It is so nostalgic to me, and whenever I hear Miss Fortune Teller's audio, it just reminds me of old school Spirit in the Clown Train ISC back from 2013. Of course, we also have to talk about that head spanning animation. It is so creative, and it fits that character and the concept perfectly of a fortune teller who, instead of telling you good things, is going to tell you bad things. And then when she spins that head around and you see the devil evil looking face, and then she starts telling you, it goes to the evil audio. It is just so awesome, and I could go on and on about how much I love Madame Morbida or the Miss Fortune Teller. And by the way, if you don't know why I'm calling her Madame Morbida, it's because on her fortune telling box, it actually says Madame Morbida kind of across it, but then on her official name is the Miss Fortune Teller. But nonetheless, not gonna get caught up with the naming of her. I would just love to see Miss Fortune Teller come back as a flashback for the 2024 season, whether that's in stores or online only. Both would be an amazing thing for Spirit to do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. My number one pick for Flashback Fridays for the Spirit Halloween 2024 season. I bet you already know what I'm going to say. It is, of course, the Spirit Halloween 2014 Barnyard Butcher animatronic. Right now, I don't even, stop everything. Stop the music, no B-roll over my face, no playing photos or videos of Barnyard Butcher. Just me right now, stay exactly where you are. Spirit, I have had Barnyard Butcher as my number one Flashback Friday. Again, I've done this series 3 years now. For the last 3 years, I have had Barnyard Butcher at my number one pick. And Barnyard Butcher has still not made a flashback. This is not just me saying this. The entire Haunter community is behind me right now on getting Barnyard Butcher his flashback, and it still hasn't happened. I don't know what we need to do as a community to get Barnyard Butcher his flashback, because I've had him number one for the last 3 years. Everyone is asking for him, and he still hasn't come back. Now, you can start playing videos of him. You can show him on the screen now. Get back to the normal video. Obviously, Barnyard Butcher, an absolutely classic Spirit Halloween animatronic, and he came out back for the 2014 Halloween season. Shows just like a couple of others on my list already. Spirit Halloween 2024 will be the 10-year anniversary of Barnyard Butcher. What could possibly be the better time to bring back Barnyard Butcher, make the entire Haunter community happy, and get a ton of sales than the 2024 Halloween season for his 10-year anniversary? Spirit, please, 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 I am literally begging on my knees to get Barnyard Butcher his flashback. Bring him back. I will never have to ask for him again. Next year, a year from now, when I'm doing next year's 2025 flashback predictions, please do not make me ask for Barnyard Butcher at number one again. I don't even know what I have to say, because I have spoken about this guy for 3 years now, the last 3 years of videos for my flashback predictions. I love Barnyard Butcher. Again, another one of my all-time favorite animatronics. one of the scariest animatronics that Spirit has ever made. Obviously, he was manufactured by Sun. NRS is their abbreviation, and Sun has actually made a little bit of a revival. They went out of business for a couple of years, but now they are back manufacturing animatronics, so they definitely could make Barnyard Butcher for Spirit, manufacture him, raise the quality even maybe a little bit, maybe even change his build a little bit to make him a little bit better, and again, just higher quality. He could easily come back for the 2024 season, and I am sure that the Haunted community would be incredibly excited. And I'm going to say this right now, he doesn't even have to be in stores. I know a lot of people want to see Barnyard Butcher in stores, including myself. It would be amazing to walk into a Spirit location in 2024, and right there, boom, see Barnyard Butcher in the ISC. It would be incredible and a very cool moment. However, if we had to make a negotiation with Spirit and kind of understand that we can't get everything, I would be totally fine with getting Barnyard Butcher as an online-only animatronic. I would still buy him, I would still love him, and I would still be so excited that we finally got Barnyard Butcher after years of asking for it. But I don't want to harp on it. I've already harped on it for the last 3 years and the last couple of minutes. So Spirit, if anyone from Spirit is watching this video right now, please, on behalf of the entire Haunter community, again, this is not just me asking for it, this is literally everyone in the Haunter community, please, 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 bring back Barnyard Butcher and make everyone in the Haunter community super excited. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The official GMHaunts Top 5 Spirit Halloween 2024 Flashback Friday predictions. The 4th annual version of this series. I am so happy to be continuing this on a yearly basis, and I know it's something that my viewers very much enjoy, and I very much enjoy making these videos each year and changing up my list just a little bit, other than Barnyard Butcher, because it hasn't happened, and that is truly the thing I want to see come back the most out of any animatronic. That is my list, and obviously, just like every year, please let me know your top 5 list down in the comment section below. Let me know what you agree with me on and what you disagree with me on, because I would love to hear your take on your top 5 Flashback Friday predictions for the 2024 season. But I guess, remember as always, for everything scary, I'm GMHaunts. Ask you guys today for more Spirit Halloween 2024 videos. Goodbye.